Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 28-yard line.
Set up, 60 Pittsburgh. You might be getting tired of seeing me. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Get it.
Drive starts on the ground. It's Walton. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. The open man is Chark. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And the Jaguar first down.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Check 56. Hey, come on now, come on now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Walton. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ready? 90 Wolf. Not sweetheart. 44 to Mike. 44 to go.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Butler. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 56, Mike 56. You don't know no better.
Now back to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force them into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise, as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 43. Tighten up.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 4. Pistol.
Mayfield to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On the set. 44 Mike. Check. Squeeze, double.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Walton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Bring it up.
Mac Wilson on the tackle. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Come on, set. 60 or. That's it. Your track. Fight.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Ready? 30 base.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Blitz coming, and and down he goes. Sione Takitaki with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
It goes up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go with Chubb on second down, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
180. Watch the screen. No. Hey, alert.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Walton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
56. Ready?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Back to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Hakeem Butler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. From the 29, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. On third down, Mayfield. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
70, Indy. 42.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
94.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he whips that one incomplete there.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
We want it. Come to my world. Check.
Mayfield down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Mayfield on third down from his end zone. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Run. Check.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Yannick Ngakoue racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. 2nd and 14. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Fournette, a first down carry. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
30 big. Hey, Zoo. They're running it. Like 56. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
King. X3. 218, chop.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, orbit. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 16, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our
First
time.
and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Brings up 2nd and
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, Alpha. 44 to Mike. 44.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
intended for Antonio Callaway. Incomplete. Xavier Howard on recovery.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check 26.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to let one fly for Tate. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard
An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down, and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He finds Becker complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now again, right side, Rodriguez. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set, 180. Check, 48's the mic. Check pass, check pass.
Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mayfield on first down. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mack Wilson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Walton, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
to throw. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down and 4, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. Mayfield now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. It's caught. Beckham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Auden Tate, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
That good for 22 and a first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
22 Jet Bombers, 22 Jet Bombers.
Now a carry for Walton. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Come on, set, 8, read. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Walton. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They go back to Walton. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. The Jaguars on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
First down, Jaguars.
Down. 18 Gator. Check 56. Come on. 2.
They run the counter. Walton. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They run again with Walton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Play fake. Mayfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Pistol. Switch it.
Now Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Fourth down, Mayfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. A run by Walton to begin the drive. He's got a first down past the 30. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big third down play there for the Jags. Give him 69 yards on the ground. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Ready up. 56. Check 56. Silver.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Here I come again. Let's go.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up fourth down.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're handing
out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but